You are now listening to the smooth sensations and high vibrations of Alex, host of the best relationship channel on YouTube. Alex, drop them gems on us.
You guys gotta understand, women start smashing at like 12 years old. Most women I know lost their virginity in middle school. Okay, and if you're lucky, they waited till high school. If you're lucky, they wait till high school. But most of them lost their virginity in middle school. I'm talking about one of my homegirls had 15 bodies coming out of high school.
Boy, you dealing with some slags. I don't really know too many of them. I know a couple of them, but I don't know too many. You dealing with some straight slags. Most of the girls I know are pretty regular. High school was when they started, and even some in college. So I don't know about all that, but let's get going.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And today I want to talk about how modern women are promiscuous. They be getting down more than men. And you would think with as much nowadays as men talk about 304 this and 304 that, and she's starting over here and monetizing herself on Instagram, that guys would understand this, but apparently there's still some guys who are in denial, maybe about just how much these women are thotting up, and not so much that these women are thotting in the first place. But Grind and Motivate decided to challenge me when I said most girls have a double-digit body count by the time they leave high school, definitely by the time they leave college. In his opinion, I just know a lot of stags, aka 304s, aka thoughts. And in his opinion, his friends don't do that, which I'd rather say no. I don't judge women by their body counts, so they don't feel the need to lie to me about their body counts, whereas you clearly do because you called the women with double-digit body counts coming out of college, which in my opinion really isn't that crazy considering what goes on in college to be a stag or a 304, basically something negative. So of course, when they realize you have that mindset, they're just going to lie to you. But it doesn't change what they're actually doing. Now, before I drop all this evidence of just how promiscuous modern women are, since my word doesn't reach, and this is no diss to Grind and Motivate. That's my dog. He did a review video of me. He said great things. Go support his channel. Go subscribe. He's a cool dude. But it just gave me a reason to really break this down to you guys, because you guys have to understand, if you don't know that modern women are getting it popping, that their V-Box is not a prize and it really doesn't mean that much to them, they're going to use it to take advantage of you. If you allow them to be the good girl, they're going to be the good girl, whether they're a good girl or not. Just like the old saying, okay, if you go and like her page or you in her DMs, you become a fan. Well, guess what? If you think she's a good girl, she's going to dangle that V-Box in front of you like 10 plus men ain't already hit it, like she ain't give it to dudes who was hot for absolutely nothing, and she's going to make it the prize. And even worse than making it the prize, she's going to hang it over your head to basically use it as a reward system to get you to do what she wants you to do. Oh, you didn't check out the trash fast enough? You ain't getting no V-Box. Oh, you didn't take me out nowhere? You ain't getting no V-Box. Oh, you upset me? You ain't getting no V-Box. Oh, you don't want a relationship? You ain't getting no V-Box. She's going to dangle it for everything. One of the first things you need to do as a man before you even think about entering a relationship with a woman is let her know her V-Box is no prize. We want your femininity as the prize, not your V-Box. The only time the V-Box is the prize is if you're dealing with a virgin. Alright, that's it. If you're not dealing with a virgin, you're dealing with a woman who has casual sex. There's no in-between. Women like to make these in-betweens. Well, I'm not a virgin, but I don't just go around sleeping with people. But you're not a virgin. So at the end of the day, you do just go around sleeping with people. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get straight into it. So Grind and Motivate says that I'm capping about most women losing their virginities around middle school and having 10 plus bodies by the end of high school, and definitely by the time they're going into college. So let's start with this article from Clarissa Thompson, where she tells Erin Andrews about when she lost her virginity. And she says, and I quote, "We were talking about our first kiss," Thompson said. "I had my first kiss when I was 12 years old. I lost my virginity earlier." I repeat, I had my first kiss when I was 12 years old. I lost my virginity earlier. This is from my article. This is what Clarissa Thompson said, okay? So when I say most women start getting their back blown out in middle school, you just know stags. Well, Clarissa Thompson started getting her back blown out in middle school. Those are the words out of her own mouth. As a matter of fact, if you go further into this, it says, I'm going to go right into it. Well, look, I'm still friends with the guys. That's a whole nother conversation for another video, but peep that she's still friends with this guy who she was letting blow her back out at like 12 years old. And Erin Andrews says, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. Oh, look. Oh, Alex, the average woman isn't sleeping with men in middle school. The average woman isn't losing her virginity in high school. You just know strags. So why did Erin Andrews say when Clarissa Thompson said that she's not shocked? As a matter of fact, if you go a little bit further, okay, she goes, I don't know if that's young right now, Andrews wondered. I don't know if that's young. But that's also very scary. AKA, she's saying, well, I think the average girl is having sleeping with people around that age. 15, 12 years old, because Erin Andrews lost her virginity at 15 in this article. And they're both saying they don't even know if that's young anymore. But I just know strags when I say to you guys, listen, most of these women start getting their back blown out in middle school. And by the time they get to high school, definitely by college, they got 10 plus bodies. But if you don't believe me about that, check out this clip from Meghan Trainor.
So my mom never gave me the sex talk, never gave me the you're a beautiful flower, don't let anyone touch you until they're worth it. So when I started hooking up with guys, I hooked up with like a lot of guys at a young age in high school because I was the chubby friend that never got the attention, and I felt so beautiful when guys would hook up with me. And as soon as I would hook up with them, I'd be like, oh, I'm trash. He just used me for that and never talked to me again. And one night I was partying in high school and I came home drunk and my mom saw me and I yelled at her and I said, you didn't give me the sex talk and you didn't tell me I was a beautiful flower. And she was like, what? I didn't know I need to talk to you about this.
Now, that clip's important for two reasons. One, she said she was getting her back blown out in high school. Said she was basically sleeping with anyone because she had low self-esteem. Now, if you know anything about women, what do most women have? Low self-esteem. So most women have low self-esteem, and she said when she was young, especially before she came into her own as a woman, she was basically sleeping with anyone who showed her any interest. As a result of that low self-esteem, what do you think most women were doing in high school? Woo! Alex, you on fire, you need to slow down. Now, point two of why that video was important. She said her mother never had a sex talk with her. I repeat, her mother never had a sex talk with her. Let me tell you guys something. Most parents don't have sex talks with their kids. But if a daughter didn't have her father in her life, and this is why one of my vetting tools, one of the most important ones I tell you guys is, did she know her father? Did she have a good relationship with her father or some type of male mentor? It doesn't matter if it was an uncle, granddad, with some man there. This is why. A man's going to talk to his daughter about sex. A man's going to do everything in his power to make sure his precious little flower stays a precious little flower. He's going to tell her how the men only want one thing. He's going to tell her that she's beautiful and she's gorgeous and she's precious and she's sweet and she shouldn't just be giving it out to nobody. And he's going to break that down. But a mother is not going to break that down 9 out of 10 times. Now, some of this is because mothers love to terrorize their daughters. I kind of talked about this in another video, so I'm not going to get too much into it because it's not the point of this video. But a lot of mothers are jealous of their daughters because they have that youth, that fertility. They go to grocery stores together or they go and get their nails done together, and all the guys are looking at the daughter instead of the moms, and the moms get kind of jealous and they start terrorizing the daughter, slapping her around, calling her hoes and heifers and whatchamacallits and all that other extra stuff, right? But it's also because a mother's natural instinct is to kind of masculinize her daughter. Her way of protecting her daughter is to basically make her daughter a B. Basically make her daughter focused on school and focused on taking care of herself and grinding and being educated and focusing on herself and her goals and a lot of the stuff that you guys don't like. It's the dad who brings the soft side. Just like if a mom is left to her own vices with his son, she brings the soft side out of the son. If you don't have the dad there to balance it out, the son becomes feminine. Well, if you don't have the dad there to balance it out, the daughter becomes masculine. I could get more into that, but like I said, it's not the point of this video, so I'm not going to do it. But that's one of the reasons why I tell you it's very important to make sure whatever woman, especially when you're vetting for a relationship, has a close connection with her father. But if all that wasn't enough for you, I want you to watch this video of one girl who's in middle school and another girl who's in high school talking about their experiences in body counts.
$1 million question of today is, what's your body count?
2.
2, okay, valid. And
1.
And 1?
Yeah.
Dang, okay, look. First of all, I gotta see how old you is.
14.
Wait, what'd you say?
14.
What's your body count high school edition? Gotta be lying. This dude stay with a condom.
0. Alright, how old are you? 17. At the age of 17, what's your body count?
10.
Huh?
Damn.
You said 10? Damn.
That's body counts. Be honest.
I got a solid 8.
Okay.
20.
24. Okay, 60.
That's my age. 15.
45.
12.
36.
3. No, you're lying.
Now, what did you just see? 14-year-old girl. And what did she say? Oh, well, I'm not a virgin. That's another middle school. At least a freshman in high school, but probably a middle school. And then what did you see from the high school girl? I have 10 plus bodies. Alex, you killing them. You killing them, Alex. Now, what else did you guys notice in most of those videos? Most of the women were white. What else did I say? White women are the easiest women in America. White women are the thottiest women in America. They're the biggest 304s in America. Y'all got mad at me because y'all love them white women. You don't know what you're talking about, Alex. You capping for the black girls. You don't know what you're talking about. Blah, 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 blah. Chris Andrews, 12 to 15. I'm sorry, Carissa Thompson, 12 to 15. Aaron Andrews, 12 to 15. Not shocked that it's younger. Megan Trainor, getting her back blown out like crazy in high school, okay? I'm a white girl on the TikTok, 10 plus bodies in high school. Alright? Yeah, the black girls start slipping around middle school too, and I'm not saying black girls and Latinas and Asians or any of them are saints. They all doing their thing, but I just want to point out that that's the poor something else that I told you guys. So I was like, white girls are arguably the easiest girls in America, but I digress. Now listen, going back to what I said before, okay, the overall point of this video. I'm not trying to make fun of the women, okay? No one knows I love me a freak. I need a freak. I'm a freak. So it's better that you be a freak because I'm a freak. We can get freaky together. But you guys have this good girl complex. You guys like to put things on women that women didn't even ask for, okay? Y'all want to make them housewives. Y'all didn't vet them to be housewives. You didn't ask them if they wanted to be a housewife, right? Y'all want to make them good girls. You didn't ask them if they was good girls. Okay? You didn't even ask them if they wanted to be good girls. You just put them into these boxes. Stop putting women in boxes. First of all, most of these women is getting it popping, okay? Y'all don't even know the type of dark thoughts women be having in their heads and stuff. Why y'all think 50 Shades of Grey was so popular, right? Y'all out here thinking these girls gonna have double-digit body counts. Meanwhile, cats like me and other cats out here handcuffing your girl, putting butt plugs up your girl, doing all types of malicious stuff to your girl. Okay, we putting a little red ball in her mouth, got her swinging around on a chandelier. You out here like, my girl, a good girl, she would never do none of that. Yeah, because she could sense that you would judge her if she told you. This is one of the reasons I tell you guys to have female friends. Because you have female friends, you would know this type of stuff. You would already know they were getting down. Because there's only 3 scenarios where a woman really going to tell you how she's getting down, alright? That's 1, if you're her friend, alright, she don't see any potential relationship with you or anything like that. 2, if you don't care, and you come off like me, and you're like, okay, we're all doing the thing, I don't really give a damn about that, I'm not going to disqualify you for that. Or, number 3, if she thinks you getting around, and she thinks you got a lot of girls, then she'll be more honest with you about her sexual history and her past. If you're not in one of those 3 categories, she's going to lie to you. That's just the reality of the situation. Now, don't get me wrong in saying this. There's certainly a level of bodies that I think is nasty, right? For men and women, I've mentioned that before. There's a number of bodies I think is nasty. I talked about it in my body count video. I'm not going to talk about it again over here because I already discussed it. But just know, in my opinion, a woman who's like 22, 23 years old, leaving college, got 10 bodies, in my opinion, that's a win. That's a win. Now, I know y'all like to talk about pair bonding and she can't pair bond after a certain amount of guys and blah, blah, blah. Me personally, I'm not really worried about pair bonding. Why am I not really worried about pair bonding? Well, because again, if you don't have a virgin, pair bonding is out the window. They say it ends at 3. I usually give women to double digits, but either way, it's out the window by college with 90% of women. Alright? 90% of women. 2, pair bonding is just one way to get a woman to be submissive to you or stuck on you, okay? You can use your overall masculinity, you can use your finances, you can use your looks, alright? There's so many other aspects that you can use to get a woman attached to you other than she hasn't really slept with people like that and you hit it and she's stuck to you because of that. And I'm going to say this too. A lot of you guys are like, well, this is why I'm going to get a virgin. This is why I'm going to get a virgin. Understand, virgins be freaks too. That ain't no solution. Listen, I've dealt with 2 virgins in my life, right? And I dated a virgin in the past, right? I didn't know she was a virgin. So we getting ready to do whatever the case may be. And she was acting real squirmish about it. I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, well, I've never done this before. I'm a virgin. I'm like, oh. So I immediately stopped. And you know what the first thing she said to me was, guys? She said, and I quote, but I can give you a blowjob. I'm really good at those. And she was really good at that. I told you guys before, and I'll tell you guys again, I'm not disrespecting virgins, just like I'm not disrespecting the girls who got a body count. Y'all gotta understand, women are sexual, and again, if you're a freak, why care about them being freaky? I don't understand that thing with you guys. I already talked about how it's hypocritical, but most virgins, you still think you're getting a good girl. Well, she's a virgin, I'm getting me a good girl. Meanwhile, the virgin done swallowed like 10 different dudes' seeds. She done took it up the poop chute by about 5, 6, 7 different guys. Trust me, most virgins doing something. You think they doing nothing? Unless she a nun, most virgins are doing something. Alright, so again, I'm not dissing the virgins, just like I wasn't dissing the girls who were sleeping around. I'm just trying to get you guys to realize women are sexual. And you're only hurting yourself by not acknowledging your sexuality. A lot of you guys have boring sex lives because you don't realize how sexual women are, man. Women want to be dominated, they want to be smashed in all these different places, outdoors, and contorted in all these different ways, and tied up and slapped across the face, and all these different fun experiences you could be having, but you stuck on that good girl stuff, and then what most of you are going to do is you're going to end up with a ran through chick who just happened to not get ran through by anyone you know, so you don't know, and she's going to act like a good girl, she's going to use her V-Bikes as a prize, and that's how you're going to end up in a sexless marriage. A lot of men end up in sexless marriages thinking that the V-Bikes is a prize. Anyways, I am Alex Shaw, and I am out. Peace.